The following program is rated MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
The show that gives you everything and nothing at all. That's everywhere you don't want to be. It's Ruben, Mo B, and on the ones and twos, AG.
The 5-minute warning.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of 5-Minute Warning. It is I, it is me, it is he. I'm Ruben. How y'all doing today? And of course, it's all three of us here today. Got my man on the ones and twos, AG.
What's happening, y'all? How you doing?
Mo B in the house with his African gear.
African, man. It's Black Panther. So, I mean, I guess it's African, but
What kind of
it's a fictitious realm.
Hey, not according to black people, it ain't.
I mean,
You right about that.
That's real, but I see some crossed arms all the time.
I don't know why that bothers me either, that so many black people treat Wakanda as if it's a real place. I'm like, I don't know why that bothers me so much, but it does.
Well, I think for me, when you say that, I think it's like they caping for a place that's fake, but they can't cape for some real places. What do you think?
I mean, maybe that's probably what it is. That's a lot to do with what it is right there. It's just, why
I know
are
for
we
me,
why
it
are we
was-
worshiping a fictitious place?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because I was like, I understand the spirit of it all, but ain't y'all taking this a little too far? But I ain't want to say nothing because I might sound like, I wasn't down with the cause, so I let it go.
Nah, forget that. I ain't down with the cause. Apparently, it's
Dang.
just a movie. It's just a movie to me.
Well, that's what I was thinking, but
I mean, yeah, people want, and if you can't have in real life, I mean, you want the life that you want. And I mean,
I don't know.
yeah.
I mean, I even heard black people being like, "Yeah, that's what it'd be like if white people would have never been to Africa." And I'm like, "So
Wrong.
you mean vibranium would have shown up and we'd have been technologically more advanced because of an alien metal that appeared?" Like, I don't know if that's how it works, but sure.
And we have a black guy running around in a black cat suit with some claws. I mean,
I don't know. Oh, funny thing. Wife and I watched Yellowstone. And so the new season came out. And Yellowstone, the cast is, largely white.
they introduced a black person in there.
One. There was two for a minute, but one. And the other
For
the
what,
other
man? For
Huh?
what? Why do we need black people in that show? I
have
think
no
the white
idea.
people are fine in that show.
That's a whole nother thing, and it's a whole nother conversation. But anyway, so we're watching this. Like I said, the cast is largely white, and based on what it's about and where it's placed, you get the picture. So one of the main characters became governor, and so he's having a gubernatorial party after his victory, and part of the party is live music, and the artist is country artist, so nothing is out of the ordinary, to the part to where I'm getting ready to say.
Till Cowboy Troy walks in there.
No, Cowboy Troy is not invited. Not to this cookout, he's not. Well, anyway, I was always wondering shows like this that have gotten so popular, is the band a real band? So I randomly turned to my wife, not because she's white, just because I asked my wife everything. I could look it up myself, but I always look, girl, you know who that is? So this is no different. So I was like, is this a real band? And this is a quote. My wife is white. I just want to make sure that people understand that. This is a quote. And this is the cadence, and this is the accent. I don't know who the white people are. Lost it. Lost it. I just had to give you that anecdote to let you know that apparently my wife was going to the cookout without me. Probably. So
Man,
It was hilarious, bro. I was in here in tears. I said, "Say it again." I've been saying it all week.
You know the funny thing about it is, I know this band would never be in Yellowstone because Yellowstone's way too serious. But that band who be in the the Hangover movies.
What
There was
band
also
in the Hangover movies?
I don't know the name of it, but it's also the band that was in the
The
Wedding
one that
Singer.
be performing all them hip hop songs.
Yeah, but they be all crazy.
In ballad form. I got the magic stick. I'm the love doctor.
You know what? Speaking of ballads, Moby, I thought about you earlier in the week. I was going across Facebook, and sometimes they'll put artists in my feed that I may listen to or whatever it is. Saw Total Eclipse of the Heart by Bonnie Tyler and thought of you instantly. I was like,
classic, man.
Bro, I had to I was like, this is such an oxymoron right now. I don't know what to do, but I'm gonna laugh anyway. That was funny, man. But anyway, my wife saying that there's so much goodness in it, but dude, I was over here weak.
I mean, it's so funny because that would have been like the equivalent of like some random hip hop group being in a show and she looking at you.
Yeah.
Do you know them? I don't know who them folk is.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, so all us cousins now, right? Really?
I'm supposed to know them.
Exactly.
I see how it is.
My mother-in-law might say that, but I'm just saying.
Why
we gotta
do that, man? Why we gotta do that?
Because that's what we do on the show, bro. I ain't hiding. I ain't scared.
That's cold.
She ain't give me no money. She didn't give me no money. If she gave me some money, I might ease up.
That's cold.
Is it?
So, all right, man. It's update time, OB. The team won again?
Yeah, they won.
How bad?
It really wasn't that bad because the other team decided in the third quarter they was gonna just try to hold the ball the entire time.
I mean, isn't that the point though? What just possession type game is that?
I mean, no, that's what they tried. It was 18-12. They scored a touchdown like with a minute to go on like a halfback pass, which I just gotta say, that running back threw a dot. Like I was like, damn, he should have been playing quarterback because I mean he threw a dot. We couldn't even be mad at it. It was just like, yeah, that was a good ass play.
So they scored to make the score. The game was not as close as the score may indicate.
No, it really wasn't. I mean, just to put in perspective what happened, they knew they couldn't stop us. In the fourth quarter, we ran the same running play 8 times in a row.
Hey, run so you can stop it. That's
I mean, they basically just ran behind the right side of our offensive line 8 times in a row. And like midway through it, one of the assistant coaches was talking to the offensive coordinator, like, they're giving us the bubble screen. And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna call it. And he was about to, and he was like, nah, we're gonna run it again. He turned around and I was staring daggers in him. And I was like, dog, if you would have thrown that motherfucking ball. I was like, dog, I'm not gonna question your call. I always tell you run the show, but bruh, we'd have had some words after this game. You'd thrown that ball, like, for what?
I mean, let's be real, man. All right, Moby, we got to be honest, man. Fuck the bubble screen, man. That's like the worst play in football.
No, it was wide open. Like, honestly, we probably would have scored on it. But the way I was looking at it is, our quarterback ain't really thrown the ball in like 3 weeks because he was out. The last 2 games we've been playing with our backup.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, he ain't throwing the ball, and every time we were running the ball on this one play, we were getting like 8 to 9 yards. So I'm like, what are we doing? Like, just keep running.
Change it up.
I mean, the other team's best player was like, he's 11. He's 11, but he's 6 foot. He was 6'3".
Are you for real?
Yeah, their running back was 6'3".
You a grown man looking like he got a credit score. Are you for real?
Hey, he was 6'3", and I'm gonna let you know. In the first half, the first time we played him, he scored like 3 touchdowns on us. He was eating. And this game, like, it won't looking like that for him this game.
Well,
why not?
I mean, he was life, man.
I mean, no, he was running hard in the first half, and then the second half, man, he ran into somebody on our team like 3 times in a row, man, and he didn't want them problems, man.
Hey,
Like
what that smoke after that?
Cadence came down the line and blew him up on a running
Cadence
play.
got him.
Yeah, Cadence came and blew him up on a play.
Really?
And then the next play, same thing happened. And then while we had the ball, he was playing middle linebacker for them, and he basically was just blitzing straight up the middle. And finally, I was just like, "Yo, Cadence, we gotta block a space and not ignore the person in front of you. We gotta block him one time." And Cadence hit him on a block, and he left his feet. And I mean, he didn't fall, but like he hit him, like all his impact stopped. And on the next play, we called the same running play. And instead of running through the gap like he had been doing, he ran around.
Which
And-
means that hole was wide
Yeah,
open.
no, so it means he was meeting the running back like 5 yards down the field. That's why that's why the play just kept working, because after a while he was just kind of moving out of Caden's way. He basically was just making a business decision. Hey man, she not gonna hit me again. And the truth is, like, she didn't hit him that hard. It's just he didn't know it was coming. And
that
that's the
blindside
worst
block,
one.
man?
Yeah, no, it won't. He's probably so used to just being so much quicker and getting through, and all of a sudden he felt impact, and it was just like, nah, I don't want to do this no more. And we had been telling our team the whole, because he's not big. He was 6'3", but he's not really a big guy.
How can you say that when you're talking about 11-year-olds, man?
He's skinny.
Oh,
like
okay.
120,
I see what
dog.
you're saying. Okay.
He all tall. and
But the
120.
reason he runs so well is because like people can't get close to him. He stiff arms people.
You got all
Like,
that reach. Yeah.
He got all the reach, and he does run kind of hard, but nobody ever really hits him. And he got hit this game.
Okay. I was
And-
just tripping out of the fact.
And no, it won't just Cadence that hit him. I mean, he was getting gang tackled and he was getting hit. Like, and I felt bad because he's their only player for real, man. And so I was just like, yo, after a while, man, like he gonna get tired of getting hit.
making a business decision.
Oh yeah, like 3 plays in a row, he was making business decisions. He was like, nah, I'm not getting blocked by her.
So did Cadence do like a dance when she hit him on defense?
Oh man,
She is like
she
looked
just
at him, kept moving.
man, Cadence is all business on the field, man. She just gets up. She just gets up like she like Jim Brown, man. She just gets up real slow, goes back to the huddle, and does it all over again. Like, it's crazy
Nice.
because honestly, she's so much like me on the field, which is crazy. I mean, like, I just look at her, I'm like, man, that's probably how I look, because she never really all
Yeah.
hype. She's never
Not at
really
all.
super hype.
She's focused, baby. She is focused. Nice.
She bothers me because she always runs off the field and she just lets her left arm hang. So when she's running, it always looks like she has a dislocated arm. So she's always running off the field. I'm always like, did you get hurt? And she's like, no. And I'm like, why
Just
can't
move
you
your
move your
arm.
left arm when you run there? Like, just
That's hilarious.
Do we really need to question the process, Dad? Really?
no, I'm not. But like, it's just every time she does it, my first instinct when you see somebody running and their arm is just hanging,
Yeah,
it's like,
I get
did
that.
you dislocate your shoulder?
Wow. So
But
who they
yeah,
got next week?
our team is just so talented, man. Like that.
Who they got next week?
We would have been playing the other undefeated team, but they lost by a point. They got tackled on the 1 yard line to end the game.
Oh,
Ouch.
they cried.
So we're playing a team we've already beat this year. Which,
Oh,
you know, it's funny. The coaches, we're kind of bummed. We kind of wanted to play Dinwiddie instead of Salem again, just because we wanted to play the other undefeated team. But
but
it
it's
is what
not.
it
The,
is.
how is that so when it wasn't the championship? Because you still got 2 weeks left, right?
yes, it's a lot of teams, man. It's
Oh,
just a
okay.
lot of teams. So we didn't play every team. So we
So-
didn't play Dinwiddie during the regular season.
Okay.
So all right, man. Here's the question: do you think this team that you already beat gonna come in next week talking that cold cash like that first team y'all play?
Oh no, they're gonna talk because this school is one of the closest schools to us. So a lot of the kids know each other. They're gonna be talking.
And y'all gonna take them out like y'all did the other team?
And I don't think it's gonna be. It ain't gonna be like that because that team just wasn't very good too. So
You gonna make
Like
another team cry?
as much as it was about our team being good, it was a lot about that team just not being that good. Can't coach
Okay.
talent or lack thereof.
Nope.
Cold cash, man. Cold
That's
cash.
why our coaches are like, yeah, you see that good coaching, and my response is, all right, if we gonna take credit for this when it's really good, when our team is some trash, you got to blame that on coaching too. I'm just saying it's got to work both ways.
I mean, yeah. Yo, man. So before we move on, shout out to UVA, man. They've been going through some stuff, man, and that sucks. They lost those 3 football players and stuff by a former football player. Like that's so disheartening, man, on so many levels.
It is, and to me, the part that's really disheartening is we're never gonna know what sparked it, because I mean the
That dude ain't
rational.
gonna talk.
No, I'm just saying the rational part of me goes, people don't just randomly decide I'm gonna kill these few people. But I also don't like all the speculation that's going out either. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, people are like, well, obviously, maybe this guy got bullied. And I'm just like, maybe. I mean, hazing happens. I mean, bullying happens. Like, it's a whole bunch of stuff that goes on. But what does it generally happen? And maybe this is gonna sound a bit racist too. What generally doesn't happen with black people is black people don't just generally decide, typically in the cases we see, hey, I'm just gonna kill some random people for no damn reason. Now, we might kill people for some bad reasons, for some stupid ass reasons, some pointless ass reasons,
Yeah.
but there's always a reason. And this wasn't just like some random shooter going on campus and shooting it up. Like, he targeted people.
Yeah.
So it just sucks that we're never going to truly know what happened. And the only reason I'm curious as to what happened is, like, we're always talking about ways to prevent these things. Like, it's hard to prevent things when you don't know what caused it.
Yeah. They did say one of them who was still injured, he walked the other day, so that was cool.
Oh, the one was trying to save his teammates and got shot in the back.
Yeah, he walked. So,
but the funny thing about some of the speculation Mo was talking about was like the kids who were killed were underclassmen.
Yeah,
underclassmen generally gets the hazing, not does the hazing. Is that correct?
True, but this is a dude who had been on the team, had never really played, so it could have been that whole, bruh, you are trash. You didn't even get to play. We don't even suit up with you. Like, there's all forms of hazing and bullying, and the fact of the matter is our young men today in society aren't well equipped to deal with matters of ego and embarrassment.
Were we ever?
Yeah, look, there was a point in time where this incident would have been like, hey, some random dudes was fighting on the bus. There were some hands being thrown. There was a brouhaha, some fisticuffs. It wouldn't have been, hey, dude pulled out a gun and started shooting.
Yeah. Well, isn't the fisticuffs today's? I'm gonna put a round in you.
Once again, that's the way that this generation deals with these type of altercations. Where our generation, we worried about, all right, people might throw hands.
Yeah.
Okay. But the funny thing to me was, well, not funny, but the creepy thing to me was he spent all day with these kids.
Yeah.
He went on the field. I thought because when Lauren told me about it, I thought he met the bus in the garage. No, she was like, no.
Nah, he was on a trip.
On the field trip. And I was like, he spent all day with these people. And then when the bus gets back to school, for real?
Pretty much.
Wow.
I mean, she thought about this shit all day.
Yes. And that's the thing that really was like, to me, like, wow. That's like, okay. So
yeah. So,
the bottom line is, it's just a lot of lost lives for no reason.
Nothing. Yeah. So hearts go out, to them and their families. And also, like today, man, bro, Tommy's gone, yo. The Green Ranger committed suicide.
The green. What are you talking about?
Tommy, the Green Ranger from
or the
Power
White
Rangers.
Ranger,
Oh,
Or
I
the
never
White
watched the
Ranger.
show.
or the White
or,
Ranger.
or the Black Ranger or whatever. Yeah, man. Yeah, he committed suicide. 49.
Wow, what was going on in his life? Anybody have a clue?
No idea. They really
It
haven't
was
said anything.
suicide, right?
Yeah, it was suicide. I was like, yo, like, I mean, this guy, and that's when you just don't really know what's really going on in people's lives, man. He had 4 kids, and like, he was just, I mean, as far as like, he was, I don't want to say the leader, but of some people's childhood, he was it. Because I mean, Power Rangers is a big thing.
He's literally the only Power Ranger I knew name.
Yeah,
I didn't know anybody else's name.
he's been on long. He was on when he was a teen. He was on as an adult, and I mean, like, in the grand scheme of Power Rangers world, he is the greatest Power Ranger ever. And
Wow.
like, yeah, and in real life, he's gone. So it's just like, yo, it's just crazy.
Do they
It's
still
just real
make new
crazy.
Power Rangers?
Yeah, they do.
I didn't know. Like you said that. Like I
Yo,
really didn't know, man. I wasn't being funny.
No, but no, I mean, they on Netflix now, bro, as well. So like, I mean, the whole company, Saban bought it back from, I guess, Hasbro or whatever. But nah, man, 30 years, and like found out this morning the dude killed himself. They didn't really say how. I don't think that information's out yet. I mean, I kind of don't want to know, to be honest with you. But yo, sadness to his family, yo. He had 4 kids, yo. 4 children.
Wow.
He was 49, they said?
49. So like, all I'm gonna say is, man, if you got issues and stuff going on, bro, talk to somebody. Call a hotline, something. I mean, yo, just talk to somebody, because I understand life's too short, but that's just suicide is just is just horrible. Not just for that person, but those who they left behind. So yeah. All right. All that's out the way. Wow. Craziness. So we're gonna talk some real talk, man. It's a new real talk today. But first, the board's lighting up. What's going on, Dre? Hi, Black Morticia Adams. How you doing? KB Yakko's here. Yeah. What, yesterday? A club got shot up as well. Like five people got shot and died.
Was this in Florida again? Or is this another state?
No, this was, I want to say Colorado, but that didn't feel right.
That's right. Yes, right. Colorado. I heard about that today.
Yeah, man. I mean, just going up and shooting a queer nightclub, man. Bro, like, are other people doing something to you that you feel like you need to go and cleanse or whatever? Man, get over that shit, yo. People just, it's crazy, man, crazy. But yeah, man. Yeah, Colorado, 5 killed, 18 injured. Are you kidding me? I don't understand, man. I don't get it. I want to get it, but I don't understand.
You get it. You just said it.
Huh?
You get it because you just said it.
Yeah. Shout out to Black Morticia Adams. Prayers as well to you and your family. Yo, man, this is crazy. But let's get into some real talk, because I got some real talk, man. Normally, when you buy stuff, when you buy business, you make money. Like you want to make money at that business. Normally, unless you decide you want to just buy a business to make it your little playground, and some people do that. Now, spending a couple $1 billion to buy Twitter. My thought process is I thought Elon Musk was a businessman, and you buy something so it makes more money for you, so you can recoup your money and that sort of thing. Now, not saying Twitter ain't recouping its cash, but it ain't coming in as fast as it used to. I mean, you got people saying, "Nah, I can't deal with this craziness." What? Hey, pay $8, you can get a blue check on your joint. Really, that's what we're doing? We're just verifying everybody because they pay $8. I mean, what the hell? You got CBS pretty much saying, "I don't know what's going on over there. We gonna like chill out for a little bit," and of course, it lasts like 2 days. Now they back on Twitter. Come on, CBS. I expected better of you. Kanye West is back on Twitter because that's what we need in our lives. And hey, if you're gonna bring Kanye West, you might as well bring Donald Trump back too. Why not? And then Donald Trump turned around and said, "Nah, man, I don't want nothing to do with you." You got dissed by Donald Trump, man. Sell Twitter, dog. Like, what are you doing? I don't understand the business model. And I thought Elon Musk was like sort of intelligent and he knows how to make money and things as such, or he's just rich. I mean, I assume it's the latter. Maybe y'all can help me out. But bro, I'm like, there are people left and right in the small pieces are just like, nope, I'm off Twitter. But you want to control it. I thought you make money. I thought you buy things so you can hire other people to do it to make money. The only thing I'm seeing is he's doing it himself, effing it up. I'm not sure if he's making any money or not, but he's damn sure effing it up.
Let me help you.
Yeah, help me out.
What you don't understand, again, for the second time tonight, you do actually understand. You just don't want to understand because it's not making the sense you want it to make. And I will back my point up with our partner, Mo B. Now, every time we talk about being wealthy, what does he say? I don't need to be wealthy because I'll be too petty. And if you don't think that this purchase that he paid double, because the valuation for Twitter was $22 billion.
Yeah,
he paid 48. He more than doubled it up.
Billion.
I mean, but see, that's not the real point here. The point is he is wealthy enough at this level. He is wealthy enough to lose $20-something billion to be petty. His entire goal was to take over something that frustrated him because he felt like the people that he likes need to be able to say what they want to say. He is rich enough so he can be petty. Now, doing some due diligence through my wife, he's never built anything. He didn't build Tesla, he didn't build PayPal, and he didn't build Twitter. He was there at the right time. He made good decisions. He was in position to take over Hostile, but did he build anything? This dude is like Richard Gere's character in Pretty Woman. He don't build jack. He just comes in and does what he does. There's a difference. So, because I was so baffled at his management decisions, how you gonna fire everybody because you petty enough to do it?
Yeah.
His end game was exactly what you just said. Kanye back on, Donald Trump back on, but he don't really want to be back on because he's got his own thing. But I'm telling you, man, every person that is wealthy has one or two or many purchases that they make because they want to make them. They're emotional purchases. It has nothing to do with making money. Nothing. It has everything to do with I'm rich enough to do something about my frustration. So this is what I'm going to do. Period. And you're seeing it play out publicly. That's the only difference. It happens all the time. We are here watching this as an audience play out publicly. that this dude is so rich he can spend $48 billion to be petty. Now, his petty doesn't really carry a lot of weight because when you're petty, it's not supposed to backfire. But he is still petty, man. It's still petty. Moby says this at least once every couple months. I don't need to be rich or something like that. All leading back to the fact that he understands that he's gonna be petty. This is no more or less than what he just said or what he says usually. I'm just letting you know that's what's up. I'm telling you, every rich person doesn't buy stuff that's valuable or buy something that will give them value in the long term. This dude had no management plan. He had no executive plan. He enjoys running into a place, firing everybody because y'all pissed me off. And now I got you. And then people like, number one, player, I'm a programmer. I can work anywhere from anywhere. That's first. And so then when he looked around and all these decisions that he made, everybody's jumping ship, including including all the advertisers that fund Twitter because Twitter is free. He had to beg them same people to come back. That is not real. His petty game is not tight. How you going to beg people? You know what I'm saying? So again, I kind of digress when I talk about the petty part that deeply. What I'm saying to you is just because he's rich doesn't mean that every decision he makes is a financial one. Because none of us do, and he's a human being.
I mean,
so, there you go.
I agree. I mean, mainly because you've used my petty theory, but Ruben, and take no offense to this because we're all in the same category, but your broke ass can't understand these type of decisions because, like, when you worth 8 figures, there really ain't much of a difference between 8 figures and 9 figures and 10 figures based on your lifestyle and the way you live. Like, you basically get to the point where you just so rich, you're not buying to make profit, you're buying for power. He bought Twitter as a power play. Like, yo, rich people don't buy Aston Martins and Rolls Royces because the cars are great. It's a flex. It's basically saying, hey, yo broke ass ain't got this. And that's how he basically wanted to treat Twitter. Like, this is a flex. Like, hey, I can like a couple of years ago, they said 70% of all people under the age of 35 get their news from Twitter. So essentially, this motherfucker thought he was buying the news. Like, literally, he was buying the news.
The new Rupert Murdoch.
And he thought he was going to treat this business like most people who are rich treat businesses, like employees are replaceable. Unfortunately, he bought a place where these employees are like, motherfucker, I can go anywhere and get a job. And now he's having to backtrack and, you know, retract some statements and do a little moonwalking. But I mean, yo, he didn't buy this shit to make money. He even had his own tweet where he basically kind of joked on himself. Like, he joked on himself about making a bad financial decision about this. This ain't about finances. This is about power. This is about a flex. This is about, like, yo, he gonna walk in rooms with other rich people, and rich people gonna talk about the things he got. And he's like, bro, I control 60% of social media.
A pretty big flex.
Very true. Now he wants to own a football team.
I thought it was Bezos.
Oh, they both are interchangeable to me. But yes.
But the bottom line, man, this is all, like he said, this is all about what I said, petty, and what Mo was saying, which is power, which they interchange a lot.
Yeah. I'm about to say petty and power ain't that far off.
They're first cousins, man. It could be siblings. So I'm just letting you know, man. Like I said before, if I were that wealthy, I know 3 or 4 purchases right now that I would make that are the worst investments ever. But I'm gonna make them because I can.
Yeah, and I'm gonna let you know, man. I'm so petty. If I get that rich, I'm gonna buy some businesses just so I can fire people.
There it is.
I'm saying, like,
We all know we've all fantasized about this. We've all fantasized about this. He's just the one that can do it at the highest level. At the highest level. This dude is a many times over decabillionaire. $44 billion isn't, come on, man. I mean, Bezos gave that up when he got divorced. You really think it matters to do like that?
and like I said, you get to a point where you just have so much money where if you lose a significant portion of that money, it's not like your lifestyle changes.
It doesn't.
Like nothing in his lifestyle gonna change from that 48 billion missing from his account. Like that's just 48 billion missing from his account. That's like overdraft protection for him. Like he was just like, I can cover it, whatever.
How long do you think he'll keep it?
Until
keep
it
it on
burns to the
spite.
ground.
Yeah, he'll keep it out of spite because see, now we're talking about petty again.
Yeah, but I said until it burns to the ground.
How long do you think that'll be?
No, it'll be because Twitter is not going to die just because of what he's done. But what I'm telling you is he's going to keep it until Rome is burning to the ground. Because now we're talking about another type of petty, which is spite. I'm not going to give up. Y'all ain't gonna get me. I'm gonna get y'all, even though you can't do that at this point. So
And somewhere, somebody right now for Facebook is just like, give it a year. We'll be able to buy them too.
exactly. Because Zuckerberg's got to be sitting back looking this time about. Again,
44 bill.
billionaires, centurion billionaires, man, they don't think any different than we do. They just have the power to do some things that we just have the power to think about. There's a difference, man. I mean, could you imagine looking at somebody that you don't like, and I'm being serious, looking at somebody that you don't like and making that person disappear? And you have so many levels of insulation, it'll never get back to you. Or just the part that you got to have a body to have a crime. I'm just letting you know when you're that powerful, there are things that you can do, and it's all good, man. It just is. So,
what would you buy if you could?
if I could,
Yeah, just a
just a
it's on
flex,
it. Just a flex on it. Just a flex.
Lear 60, private jet, hands down, brand new, not used.
Okay.
Brand new.
I mean, you gotta do a little bit more than that. I mean, I understand it's a private jet. I understand it's real. I don't know, like, what's so cool about it other than it's a private jet.
Doesn't matter. It's you know what I'm saying? That's a flex. You know what I'm saying? That's a flex.
Okay, let me put it to you this way, Ruben.
You don't know what size motors in the Aston Martin either, but you like, hey, I'm gonna get it.
Let me put it to you this way, Ruben. I get back on this show and I get here the same time I got here. You asked me how I'm doing. Yeah, I my wife and I had lunch in New York this afternoon.
Okay.
And that's a flex to me.
All right.
And depending on your situation, if you need me, it's a flex to you too.
Okay.
Just letting you know.
Mo B, what about you?
The Atlanta Braves.
Will you put him back downtown?
Hell no. I wouldn't put them back downtown. I put them just right in Decatur.
Right
Wait a
now.
minute, you got to help me understand what that
Right
means.
in the hood. Right in the
I
hood.
put it right in the hood. I would buy back all those. I buy back like the most hood part of Atlanta. The most hood part of Atlanta. Clear all them buildings that are run down. Make a stadium and just be like, and like, cause like I said, it wouldn't be about making no money for me.
Ugh.
I have, I'd be trying, baseball owners would hate me, but I'd be single-handedly trying to revive the game at the same time. I'd be like, hey, kids can come here for free, man, as long as you from these zip codes.
Wow.
If you from these zip codes, you get in free.
Exactly. See, that's exclusion. People love and hate exclusion. We chase it all our lives. I'm just letting you know, you hate it when you're not included.
Them
But you love it when you can tell people they can't come to the cookout.
Hey, them corporate sponsors would disappear. Major League Baseball owners would hate me, but I'd be like, hey, man, y'all shouldn't have let me in. I wouldn't tell them I was going to do that up front.
Please don't.
But as soon as I was in, I'm like, y'all going to have to vote me out. And when y'all vote me out, y'all going to have to try to figure out how y'all can vote me out without that shit looking racist.
Now, my other question to you is, would you knock down the new place?
No.
Oh, you'd leave it? You just let it rot?
I would just let it sit there.
Ooh, now that's petty.
I would just let
You
it
still
sit
let
there.
the place rot, man.
Or even better, I would just have all like the trap music concerts be at that place.
That's cold.
I basically I turned it into the Black Vegas for trap performers. Like I'd be like, Gucci Man, I need you for 3 weeks here. You know
So
what
you
I'm
have
saying?
residencies happening.
Exactly.
So actually, all the buildings that they built around it, all the office buildings they built around it, you'd end those leases and put other people in there.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
Hey, look, if I had like Bezos money, yeah, because if I'm gonna be petty, I'm gonna be petty to people. It'll be my petty for good, because I'll be doing a lot of good with all this petty, but it'll make me feel real good to be able to be this petty. I'll be in the Major League Baseball owners meetings, sitting all types of wrong. Coming at jump with some J's on.
Wow.
With some
Oh boy, that's hilarious.
wow. All right.
Oh, man. Petty.
Gotcha. What I would do, I think it'd be more simple. I would buy crypto.com in LA. That's where the Lakers and the Clippers play. And I would kick the Clippers out immediately. They would never get to play there again. In the middle of the damn season.
That's just messed up, petty. Like what the Clippers do to you, man?
They exist.
Thank you.
But here's the thing.
See, we just answered this question, Mo. We just
AG, I get being petty, but being petty to stuff that's supposed to be beneath you, like,
what is the difference between you and your plan?
Oh, hold on. My petty is about people who have wronged an environment.
Yeah, that's true.
The Clippers ain't never wronged nobody. They've been perennial losers in the same building as the Lakers. Like, if anything, the Clippers have made the Lakers look better.
Yeah, you're wrong about that. That's true. That's true.
But I disagree, because I believe that perennial losing is why the Lakers be losing as well. So I ain't got time for that no more.
Y'all got the most
championships in the same building as those guys. What are you talking about?
You got the most championships out of all the NBA franchises.
Yeah.
How did the Clippers mess that up?
Don't the Lakers have like 3 or 4 championships in the Staples Center?
I mean, yeah. So,
but it's not Staples Center anymore. They shared the building.
I don't want the Clippers in there no more.
Well, leave it at that, because what you just said was crazy.
What, kicking them out middle season? Go find
that you're blaming the Clippers for the Lakers not winning.
Exactly.
Look, man. All I'm saying is,
like I said, I just think it's really weird to be the biggest person on campus and be mad at the unpopular kid. Like that dude didn't do nothing to you.
And it's never going to do nothing to you. You will never play the Clippers in the finals ever.
It's not like they've been a rival.
That's because we can't.
Well, no, you can't play them in the conference finals.
Yeah, we could,
and that's never going to happen.
When has that ever happened?
No, not even close.
They're not even really a rivalry. Like it's.
I'm mad
just some dudes that play in the same building.
Why we got to judge my petty?
I'm not judging your petty. I just think your petty seems weird. Like, I feel like you can do better. Like you.
I could do better.
I feel like that petty was rushed. I feel like if we gave you some time, you would come up with a much more.
You know what?
Ruben-like petty.
I got another petty. I would buy the Dallas Cowboys and call them Dallas Commanders.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's next level petty. That's more like it.
There would be two.
I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that, Ruben. That's what we're here for.
That's right. Because see, the team that you root for, the real Commanders, they'll never win anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh yeah, like the Cowboys been winning around here.
I mean, look, you'll just double the amount of losers. Like it'll be 2 Commander losers. Like,
wait a minute, no, can't accept that. No, hey, I'll deal with the McRib stuff, but we're winning.
Oh man,
we're winning games.
You win games, you lose the first round of playoffs. Let's just be real. But here's the thing, man.
I can't win with you. Never
I
mind.
mean, you can't. But
No, I
here's
really
the thing.
can't.
The biggest thing about this, I would get rid of that punk ass star. That star would be
How is it a punk star?
because I'm
I'm just
of
letting you
seeing
know
that shit everywhere.
this petty is more becoming of you. Like I
It really
understand
is.
this petty.
It
Like
really is.
like just to bully the Clippers, that seemed like you were punching.
That's on my
down.
heart too.
That was
That's on my
punching
heart, too.
down. Like I don't like Petty's not supposed to punch down.
No, I didn't think it was punching down until he said the Clippers are the reason why the Lakers are losing. I'm like, huh?
AG, I just thought it was punching down because the Clippers are so irrelevant to a Lakers fan.
They're irrelevant.
Like if you'd have said you to buy the Boston Celtics and move them somewhere else, that would be funny.
That's
The
yeah,
Hoboken.
I like
Move him to Hoboken. I mean,
Buy-
that's a lot.
Buy the Boston Celtics and move them to Baltimore. Yeah, bring your Shamrock down here.
Yeah, they got bust too soon.
I mean,
Too
yeah,
soon.
that might be too much.
Just saying, man. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're right. My bad. I apologize for the lack of
Yeah, that was some
legit
weak
pettiness.
That was some weak petty, bro.
I'm glad my petty. I'm glad I brought a little bit more petty back to this.
Exactly. Like, turning
Yeah,
the Cowboys name, taking the star away, and all that. Yeah, that's more like you.
Yeah, that's
But
that's
calling the
quality.
Clippers, I mean, inflicting pain on the Clippers because they helped y'all lose. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I still feel that way, but you're right. Stomping on the star is much better.
It is. But the funny thing you said about that was, I'm right, but you still feel that way. That's hilarious, bro.
I mean, hey, look, man.
You know it's crazy, but I still feel that way. Oh boy, that's funny.
I do what I can.
Yeah. I know.
All right. Got some rise and shine, AG. What's up?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is gonna be short. And it's a PSA. Just because Donald Trump has mud in his eye and is a little tarred and feathered right now, you have a lot of his party backing away from him and creating distance, doesn't mean that anything has changed. It means that white folks historically don't like to be racist as they put somebody black and brown's neck in the noose. They don't want to be called racist. They just want to be able to hang us. There's a difference. So I just want y'all to know that just because all of this rhetoric and public opinion has come out and Donald Trump's opposition doesn't mean that the people that supported him just like a year and a half ago are any different than they were a year and a half ago or ever. It just means they're uncomfortable with the blowback and the smoke that you get by being around this dude, because that makes you an automatic racist. As far as I'm concerned, it really makes you an automatic racist. Whether you're a racist or not, I don't have time to, I'm talking about me in general. I don't have time to look at you in your white skin and go, you voted for Trump, you're good. No, I don't have time for that. I'm going to categorize you just like you categorize me. Fairly and unfairly, that's what's happening. And these candidates, well, I'll take that back. The people that run their campaigns and run their PR understand this. So they're backing away from this dude, creating distance from this dude, but they are still the same people. So just so you know that, ladies and gentlemen, black and brown people, nothing has changed, but this is the new way to win. And based on what happened a couple weeks ago, the Republican Party still has a long way to go to win. I mean, really win. So just so you know, nothing has changed because Donald Trump is radioactive. Nothing. That's the rise and shine.
I'm really interested to see it, and I know I shouldn't be. I'm really interested to see what's going to happen with the Republican Party. Like, I shouldn't be at all. I should be like, dancing in the street and like, hell yeah, y'all about to splinter. I'm kind of interested to see what's going to happen because this shit can go one of three ways, and they could fail miserably and splinter. They could get renewed and decide to have a kumbaya meeting and get their shit together, or this shit could go away like a thief in the night. I don't really know what's going to happen, but I'm kind of here for it. On the other end, I think that Democrats should learn a little something from what's going on. Um, I think sometimes Democrats are almost a little too passive with some shit. You know, I'm not saying they need to get a killer instinct. I'm saying they at least need to open up their mouths because closed mouths don't get fed. And if they keep having their mouth closed, man, you know, somebody gonna stick a foot up in it. So this is a learning experience for everybody. And I'm kind of here with my popcorn for it, unfortunately. What do you think, Moby?
Yeah.
He said, yeah. He sound like the dude in jail and trading places.
Yeah.
Nah. I mean, you're right, and you know, I was kind of going to touch upon this too, but yeah, like this, it's going to be real interesting to see what the Republican Party does. But more importantly, it's not what the Republican Party does; it's what the Democratic Party is going to do while the Republican Party is trying to get their shit together. Sometimes it's okay to kick a man when they're down.
It is. It's called finishing.
Right in the gut.
It's called finishing. Just saying. Exactly.
They say when there's a threat, you're supposed to immobilize the threat until it's not a threat.
Not wrong.
And I don't think old boy in Florida is gonna run. I'm just gonna put that out there.
2 to the chest and 1 to the head, man. That's
2 to the chest.
2 to the chest, 1 to the head. That's the only way you can know the party's dead, man. Like,
you right? Did you rhyme on purpose?
yes,
Okay.
bars.
Did you really?
Actually, I didn't until after I said it, so I just felt I'd ride with it. Bars.
Bars. I love when he says that. Bars.
And see, Dre, like I hear you. I don't see. I completely disagree with that.
Hey, you know, you can disagree with it, but like,
No, I disagree with the. See, I think this is just my opinion. You know, sometimes you got to be happy where you're at, because if you overextend, you can lose everything. And I just think that DeSantis is happy where he's at. He controls his little segment of the country, the international borders. He controls that. And I think we had a conversation about this before. I just think the majority of the country don't want what DeSantis is talking about.
and I disagree with you. Because if you listen to all the Republican outlets, they love DeSantis. They've already anointed him the future of the Republican Party. They're saying that is what the Republican Party needs to go to. And I'm going to lead right into my segue because it doesn't matter what your opinion is. It's my segment now. And we're going to go into some politically correct.
You sound like Captain. Look at me. Look at me. I'm the captain now.
So, in
hold on for a second. I watched that movie the other day for the first time. It's jacked up how they took him out. It was awesome. No, it was awesome how they took him out.
The dude's a pirate.
No. But I'm saying, like, they let the other dude, the leader on the ship, and they just sniped the other ones out. That was awesome. I was like, yo, that was real dope. And I feel like that dude who got on the ship realized once he got on the ship, all those other dudes are gone. And he was happy as shit to be on the ship because he knew that he won't gonna die. Because he knew those other ones about to get it, and they got it.
They really did.
They got it cold-blooded, man. And I was just like, ooh, why did I not watch this movie before? All right, sorry about that segue. Moby, back to you. Sorry about that.
No problem. I mean, I appreciate the fact that you enjoyed a movie, you know, watching some people get taken out in a pretty gruesome, swift fashion.
It's like Call of Duty, baby. It's like Call of Duty.
I get it. So, politically correct, and I'm going to sound probably crazy to people. Politically correct this week is going to talk about Trump versus DeSantis. And I'm gonna tell you, if you have pigmentation, if you really care about issues that affect black and brown people, you should be raising the Trump 2024 flags. Allow me to explain. I would much rather have a loud clown than a quiet devil running the country. Trump is a delightful idiot that says a whole bunch of things that broke ass white people ride with. DeSantis says things that he knows intentionally does harm to black and brown and disenfranchised communities, and he's intelligent enough to know what the fuck he's doing. So when everybody's acting like Trump is going to burn the fucking country down, hey, not really much bad shit happened while he was here. I'm not saying anything great happened. Not saying Trump is the man. Not saying I agree with his politics, because nobody really knows what his fucking politics are. But what I am going to say is DeSantis actually has an agenda. Trump is just out here freestyling. Essentially, Trump is like Lil Flip in the studio. Like, he ain't writing nothing down. Ain't going to be no quality bars. You know, you might get a catchy hook. He gonna knock out an album in one night, and that's it. DeSantis is actually putting thought into everything he has done since he's been in Florida. There have been no mistakes, no accidents, no unintended consequences. That is not the motherfucker we need trying to run the country. I appreciate the fact that the Republican Party is split right now, but that's just in the primaries. If DeSantis gets the nod to run, he will galvanize the Republican Party, because red votes for red typically all the time.
Look at Herschel Walker.
Once again, red votes for red typically all the time. And yes, Trump looked bad to the world because he says dumb shit and he makes no sense. He sounds very unintelligent all the time. DeSantis does not do any of those things. DeSantis actually sounds like he has sense. Even when he's saying shit that's stupid, he knows exactly what he's saying. Everything is intentional. And I give me that dumbass clown yelling from the mountaintops to run the country, as opposed to the dude that's been planning the demise of people his whole political career. So maybe I sound politically incorrect. Maybe black people are going to say I sound stupid. But if you got to give me the choice for who I want to be the Republican nominee, please give me Trump 2024. And that's all I got for politically correct.
I never thought I'd say it, but I'd vote for Trump too. Based on that criteria, he's not wrong, man. I mean, we've been talking about this dude for like 2 years. Think about think about some of the stuff he said, and think about some of the stuff he's gotten accomplished. Because like Moby said, he's just not all words. A lot of the things he said has actually come to be. So, just saying.
Yeah.
If those are the two choices. Yeah, I'm voting for Trump.
Well, the cool thing is I don't have to vote in the Republican primaries unless I choose to. So that's a thing.
Don't you have to be a registered Republican to vote in the primary?
Yes. Which I'm not. So that I'm not worried about. I think my biggest worry is, and I don't know if it's a worry. I haven't decided how I feel about it yet. I'm really on the fence. I think Biden's going to run again. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't necessarily feel negative about it, but I don't see anybody else on the horizon to run.
Well, that's why he wants to run. That's the only reason. That's the only reason it's on the table for him.
Yeah, I truly don't. Yeah, I truly don't think he wants to do it again. I think he just knows there's really no Democratic person that they can trot out there right now that has a chance.
Mm-hmm. That's why he ran the first time, because he just wanted to make sure, because there wasn't anybody on the horizon that was worthy, really.
So I guess
that's why it felt like he had to run the first time.
So I guess the question is, when they're gonna start planning for the future?
The future is now. That's the plan right now. Like, look, and the thing is, there actually are some people who I think have like really good ideas and plans and track record, like I thought Buttigieg was actually a decent candidate. I really liked hearing Yang speak. Like I thought he had a lot of really good ideas. And I mean, part of me really wanted Buttigieg to run just because like I had given him a nickname on CNN as Sweet Pete Booty. But then I found out he was gay and I was like, damn, I can't say that because I
Did.
no. I was just explaining why I was called like I was saying Sweet Pete Booty, but I was
Sweet
like
Pete Booty.
but that was just because of his name. I wasn't even
Dude,
thinking. But then I
You
found out he
buffalo
was
egg
gay.
dog.
Then I found out he was gay, and I was like, man, I can't even say that because now people will think I'm making that reference towards his gayness when I was really I just thought it was cool to say Sweet Pete Booty.
First of all, we don't know that somebody doesn't call him Sweet Pete Booty. on a
I'm pretty
regular
sure somebody has, but I'm pretty
His
sure
husband does probably.
that and there's probably somebody who has a negative connotation about his sexual preference saying it, but I was not saying it that way. I just was like, hey, it's Sweet Pete Booty. And then they was like, yeah, the first openly gay. I was like, oh damn, I can't even say that now. Got me out here sounding all types of messed up.
Ruben, look, hey, your show is over, bro.
First of all, I ain't never run for any office. I'm not even running for fucking school board. 'Cause
Hey,
somebody gonna pull this
AG,
shit
you
up.
can say that, but at least I feel like I explained why I was saying, and then I explained why
Sweet
I stopped.
Pete Booty.
Because when I referred to him as a political candidate, I called him by his actual name. I didn't use a nickname. But every time I see him, I want to say it, and then I'm like, but I wanted to say that before I even knew you were gay. It had nothing to do with it. It was just because I didn't want to say your whole last name. Like,
Wow.
No, don't worry about it. I'm not judging because I'm going to hell for laughing.
I don't have words right now. for this guy.
Sweet Pete Booty.
when they used to always be like, leave that man
Did I
alone.
hear that?
He was like, leave that man alone. And then they were like, he's gay. And I'm like, oh shit. I didn't know. I didn't even know. Like, it had nothing to do with that.
Oh my God, we all
Yeah.
going to jail.
We out here. We at the beginning of the show, we're sending our thoughts and prayers to those people who got shot in the club last night. And this fool come up here talking about some Sweet Pea Booty.
Once again, I specifically stated why I made reference to it,
Oh my
and that I
God.
stopped making reference to it because I found out he was, and I was like, yo, I didn't want to be misconstrued because that was not why I was calling him that.
Oh God.
Like I really wish Pete had a wife, not because I care about his sexual preference, but just so I could keep calling him Sweet Pete Booty, and nobody would actually look at me like I was like homophobic or something. Like
He keeps saying it.
I know it doesn't make it any better.
It's like it's quicksand and he don't know.
no, I'm just getting it all out of my system because I want him to do something else in politics. Like I really do like what he does and says. So I got to get it out of my system so I can just start referring to him as Buttigieg.
Well, actually, honestly, I thought he'd be an heir apparent, but apparently that's not the case. But I don't know why.
The country.
Well, mainly it's because the
country-
Democratic Party hasn't been really
Yeah.
doing anything that well, I shouldn't say they haven't been doing anything. It's just been getting drowned out by all of the catastrophes, like pandemic, and it's just been all the stuff. Anything that the Democratic Party has been doing has just been getting drowned out. So to people who aren't really looking to see everything that they've done, it just looks like they ain't done nothing.
I agree. I can see that. I can see that.
Moby couldn't say SPB for so long. He's making up for lost time.
Hey man,
And I will put that on the intro, but I can't do it.
Pete,
Cause they gonna come get you, man. They gonna-
Man,
hey,
you
Pete
think cancel
Buttigieg
culture
had-
will be real.
look, if you're gonna cancel me for saying I support Pete Buttigieg, like, go ahead.
No, they go cancel you because Sweet Pea Booty. That's just funny, man.
Don't
I just feel
nobody can
Oh.
tell me that nickname wouldn't be awesome if
it
he was
is,
not
man, but
homosexual.
we going to hell for
If
that.
he was if he was not homosexual, that nickname would be awesome.
Sweet.
So,
Actually, I don't know. If he was heterosexual, I don't even know if we get away with saying that.
no,
Sweet Pea Booty.
no.
Okay, would it make it better if I said Sweet Pete Buttigieg?
No.
No.
It,
Not really.
and it don't even
It's too
sound
late.
right when it said
Too
it. Don't
late,
even
man.
But it don't even sound. It don't even feel good when you say it that way.
Because between the sweet and the booty, it's just you can't, bro. You just can't. Because if he was heterosexual, it might be a little worse. Because now it's just something else. Wow, we're all going to jail.
Bro, you can't go to jail.
We're going to hell. We're going somewhere.
I mean, actually, according to like all of the Bible thumpers, we're not going to hell for pointing out his homosexuality.
That's true, but we still should be kind to one another.
Hey, I'm sitting here saying I support Pete Buttigieg, and y'all trying to make it about him being sweet Pete Booty.
You want to say it one more time?
Y'all need to check yourselves.
You want to say it one more time?
FPB. All right.
Oh my goodness, that is hilarious.
So, Dreyfus, I also don't think Democrats.
She doesn't want any part of it, man. She doesn't want any part of it at all.
Yeah, Obama wants none of that. She been there.
She couldn't stand the fact that her husband ran twice.
And then,
I think she still holds it. I think she's mad at him for that still. Nothing.
I mean,
that booty felt a little different when she said he was running again.
Yeah, but he's still getting it. So
yeah, whatever. He might be getting it.
I mean, look, she probably didn't want him to run the second term, and she probably didn't like the turmoil it caused. But she probably understood too. Yeah. Just because you understand don't mean you like it though.
I realize that, but still, she's the wife. She make his life miserable.
Yeah, but she's got to get over that shit.
And she keeps talking about it.
No. She don't have Ruben. Don't make that statement. She's a woman. She ain't got to do shit.
Exactly.
Oh,
see, you can't tell somebody to get over something.
No. You can. You just can't tell a woman to do it.
You're right.
And even then, you can actually say the words, but what comes after is not cool. You're really not a married guy, so you don't know. You're not dating anybody.
Her feelings are her feelings. Like
I understand that, but
but do you understand that you don't get to say those things? You don't get to have feelings.
I mean, I get to have what the fuck I want to have.
Yeah,
you're single.
He's single.
I mean, single, married, whatever. I don't care.
Oh, that's so cute. Say that again.
Yeah, you really think that?
You're adorable. Can I keep you?
Hey, man, whatever.
Don't be out here giving people bad advice.
I'm not giving anybody no advice. That's y'all. I'm just saying what it is. I mean, whatever. I don't care.
Really? Who are you, fifth grade?
He said, I do what I want.
Exactly.
Damn straight. Within reason sometimes, but I do what I want. Oh, man. Y'all people are crazy. So, man, one of these days we're gonna get to this question of the day, but
not today. We're not.
It's not today. What's on your mind, HG?
What's on my mind is it's Thanksgiving, y'all, and as much nastiness that goes on in the world, the winter holidays generally brings out the good in folks, and I just want to be thankful for everything that's meant to be thankful for in my life. I hope everybody follows suit. I know that's not the case, but let's try to be a little bit more kind going into Christmas and Thanksgiving for next week. That's what's on my mind.
Moby, what's on your mind?
All right, man, I'm gonna talk about an old topic, and I don't want y'all to jump to conclusions or tell me I need to get over it, Ruben. But you know what I'm saying? So my family, every Thanksgiving, we have Thanksgiving the Sunday before Thanksgiving.
Why is he laughing already?
Which was today. So
because you know what this is about, man.
Bro, no, you don't, man.
No, he said he got over that.
Yeah,
or did you?
Ruben, you gotta let some stuff go, man. So what I'm saying is, so so we had Thanksgiving today, and so much to be thankful for, man, but that damn kids table, man.
I told you.
Nah, man, let me finish, man, because you jumping to the wrong conclusion, man. Like, I sat today, and for part of the time, I was in the overflow. I wasn't in the kids table. I was at the overflow table because, we got separate tables.
How are you in the overflow table?
That's what I want to know. Well, let him finish the story. Let him finish.
I made a choice to be at the overflow table, but, I went
Sure
to the
he did.
back. I went to the back where the kids' table was, man, and something hit me, man. Like, as much as I want to say fuck that kids' table, I kind of miss that kids' table,
I
man.
knew he was gonna say it.
And because what I realized is this whole time I've been so upset at being at that damn kids' table, I didn't realize that the reason I was at that kids' table is because so many important people in my life were at that main table. And now ain't nobody at that main table no more but my grandma. And yeah, man. So what's on my mind is, man, like, hey, be thankful for who's around. Be thankful for the time you have, man. And even if you still at the kids' table, man, be thankful you at that kids' table, because that means you still got some main folk in the family at that main table. Because as much as I wanted to be at that main table, I think I traded to go back to that kids' table just to have, one more dinner with some of my loud ass family. That's what's on my mind.
Nice.
Look at this guy making Hallmark cards on the show. All right. What's on my mind? Commanders, y'all.
Y'all won.
4-1 with Taylor Heineke.
I don't know why y'all had to get Wentz. I just say that every week. What's the problem?
There's problems, but name starting quarterback for the rest of the season.
Right. What's the problem?
I'm not unhappy.
Is the problem that 20?
Oh, they did name him after the game. They named him starting quarterback for the rest of the season.
Yep.
He should have never. He should have always been the starting quarterback.
Well, no. See, here's the thing, man, and this is where like I'm not on the fence with it. I think it's a good move. I personally think Taylor's a decent quarterback. I think he is more of a utility quarterback. I think he does better coming off the bench than leading up front for the whole season. And this is why I'm going to tell you why. And it's not his fault, really. It really isn't. Because I watched, Wentz was 1-4 or whatever. A lot of those were Wentz's problems. Like, he wouldn't throw the damn ball. That, as a quarterback, if you don't throw the damn ball, we got problems. However, he showed flashes of what he could have been positively. We enjoy it. But then he showed a whole bunch of negative shit. So that's whatever. But the biggest thing that he didn't have that Taylor has, and this is why Taylor keeps playing, and this is why Taylor get a new contract. I mean, it ain't going to be for $40 million, but he's going to get a new contract. It's because Taylor has heart. And I would say to the people out there, like, sometimes that shit wins out, man. It's not the fact that he can throw a 50-yard bomb in the air, because I don't know if he can anymore. It's not the fact that he doesn't go through games and he doesn't turn over the ball, because he usually does. Once or twice, whatever. But here's the thing, man. He gives you energy. And honestly, people rally around him. He is
It sounds like he's a leader. That's what it seems
he's
like.
He's a football leader.
Seems like people like following and rallying behind that guy.
Yeah. I mean, because he ain't got no rocket arm. He is probably average as far as athleticism. But when he's out there, as they say all the time, he plays like it's his last. Every play is his last play. And you know what? For that dude, I mean, he was out the league completely. So I completely get it. And yeah, man, like, I'm very happy for him. He went to ODU. He'll graduate from ODU hopefully one day. Awesome. But all these people talking about, like, all right, we got to pay Taylor like $40 million a year. Oh, hell no. Like, I'm not remotely for that.
Didn't y'all sign him for 2 years though?
We signed him 2 years ago for 2 years for $10 million.
I thought y'all did that last year.
No, it was 2 years ago. After the Super Bowl game. I mean, after the playoff game against Tom Brady.
You're right.
So he's up for contract this year. So, I mean, we're gonna pay him. You know, maybe he'll get $20 million this year. Who cares? Like, that dude is happy, and I'm happy, and Washington faithful are happy. You know, I just don't want us to sit here and start overdoing it. You know, I don't want us to get super hyped. Taylor's gonna lead us to the promised land. Taylor is a leader of men in the football team. As a quarterback, all quarterbacks are supposed to be the leader of their football teams. He's doing that with his energy, with his willingness to play the game because he loves it, and he knows that, you know, there's some of these cats out here think they go play for forever. He knows that shit can be gone in a second. So he is living it, and I ain't mad at him. You know, but what we shouldn't do out here is talk about, man, they're going to take us to the Super Bowl. Hold on, player. One game at a time. You know, all this other stuff. You know, Washington ownership didn't learn McNabb trade. Look, man, I don't think Wentz is a bad quarterback. I really don't. I just think Wentz had to learn a real offensive system. And it is on record that Taylor's offensive system takes like years to learn. So, like, I get it. Now, should we have spent $28 million on Wentz? Is what it is. I was happy we got him. You know, because if Taylor would have started the season, would we be 6-5? We might be 4-7. Who knows? And the biggest thing is, as Moby says, you know, hey, they got tape on this dude now, man. They got a year tape last year. They got 5 games of tape this year. If the team doesn't do what they're supposed to do, it doesn't matter, because eventually that tape's going to catch up. All I'm saying is enjoy the time we got with them this season. Hopefully we go to the playoffs. If we don't, hopefully we just have a winning fucking record. And I would be happy with that. And then Dan Snyder sells a team, and that shit will be glorious. So that's what's on my mind. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for listening to the show today. Live on Twitch, live on YouTube, and on my Facebook page if you're there. Once again, we are here Sundays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to hopefully do this again for you next Sunday. I'd like to thank Mo B and AG for being on the show with me, because this show doesn't happen without them, and it does not happen without you. So, once again, tell a friend, tell an enemy, just tell somebody about us. We will see you next week. And, of course, peace, love, hair grease, soul, and deuces.
Email us at 5minutewarning19@gmail.com. And also leave comments on Facebook and Twitch. Search 5 Minute Warning. Contact us on Twitter at AG_FMW podcast, at Nugman25, at FMW 2019. Contact us on Instagram, Moby 5 Minute Warning, AG_5 Minute Warning, Nugman25. You can listen to the podcast at Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of
The 5 Minute Warning.